Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of Thursday's Children here on Game Nights. I'm your host and your definitely 100% prepared Game Master, Savvy, and we're here to play Vaesen today. But before we do, let me tell you a little bit about what we got going on the channel this week. If you are here with us live, thank you so much. We're so happy to see you. You can check out our full streaming schedule on our Twitch page down below our faces right now. If you are with us in the future sometime on YouTube, hit the subscribe button while you're here. Thank you, appreciate it. And you can also find our schedule a bunch of other places. You can find it pinned to our Discord, you can find it on our Twitter, you can also find it on our Twitch page where you can like and subscribe and follow and I don't know, all the things that you do on social medias. I'm pretty sure our schedule for this next week is our regular old schedule. We will be back live next on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time with another Tabletop Tuesdays. We have a fun group over there playing a couple of different tabletop games. Go and check those out. We'll be back on Thursday for Elegant Magics, our Good Society game that Sid runs. Friday for the first official episode of Season 3 of Neon Souls. We're playing Fate now, and we've ditched cyberpunk completely, and we've gone sci-fi, which is bound to be an adventure. We'll be back on Saturday for Saturday night's Mistborn. We're playing the Mistborn RPG based on the novels by Brandon Sanderson, and then back around for more of this on Sunday. That's what we're doing this week. I also have a fun announcement that I would like to make today because I've been putting it off, and I think now is a good time because I'm in the driver's seat. We have a new show that's starting soon here on GGK. Some of these folks are in it. It's called The Forgotten, and it's going to be premiering not tomorrow, but next Monday, October 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm going to be running it. So it's going to be a wild time. Val will be there, Sid will be there, Morgan will be there, and Sam as well will be there. And what we've done is created a little show for all of the D&D characters that we never got to really play to the fullest or see their story arcs finished. And so we're going to be streaming some D&D on Mondays starting next week. It's called The Forgotten. I'm very excited. We're going to be playing Horde of the Dragon Queen. And it's awesome. So yeah, check that out. That is a week from tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern time. That's my announcement for the day. But I think that's it. So I'm going to let my fine friends around me here introduce themselves and tell you who they are, where you can find them on the internet, and who they are playing today, starting with Sid.
Yay! I am Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid. Again, usually just shit posting and talking about the fun stuff that I do on the internets with my friends. I am here Thursdays, Fridays, every other Saturday and Sundays, and also for one more time over on twitch.tv/InfiniteRP. We have our finale of Flames of Freedom tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Check it out. We're defeating the evil mummy lord, the British general guy. Yeah, he's bad. Gonna kick his ass. It's gonna be great. Check that out for sure. But today I'm playing Tilda the Raider.
Hi, I'm Morgan, also known as the Magic Matrix, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram where I mostly do cosplay. I'm now here Fridays, Sundays, and now Mondays, so that's fun. I just keep adding more. And today I'm playing Alina Yarvinen, who is the occultist.
Hello, everybody. I'm LB Hack'em-Up. You can find me at LB Hack'em-Up on the Twitters and the Twitches. I am going to be playing Villiblom, who is the servant and also the servant.
Hello, everyone. I'm Val at the Kraken's Crown on Twitter and Twitch. You can find me here Thursdays through Sundays playing and running games and all sorts of fun stuff and causing chaos and getting turned into a werewolf. Specifically, I run 3 games on this channel. On Fridays, I run a game called Neon Souls, where we're playing Fate, as we just started our new season. Had our session 0 last week. It was a lot of fun. And then I run alternating games on Saturdays called Saturday Night's Star Power, which we just had a session of yesterday. And then on alternating weeks, I run a game called Saturday Night's Mistborn, where we're playing the Mistborn RPG based on the novels by Brandon Sanderson. But today I'm going to be playing Dr. Danni Madsen, who is the Doctor.
Doctor. You very casually said you got turned into a werewolf. And I'm not sure that's what happened.
I turned myself into a werewolf.
I will not take responsibility for that one. That everything else, probably. That one, though, that was not me. All right. Ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right. Let's play a game. Let's do a recap. I was picking a song. I couldn't decide. Let's do a little bit of a recap. Last time on Thursday's Children, Danni finally felt the effects of their experiments take hold and, under the light of the full moon, transformed into a werewolf. After a night of wandering the streets, trying to keep control over their mind and terrifying their friends, they found themselves asleep in their clinic the next morning, with Tilda watching over them. The group reconvened at the Citadel, and after some research and some apologies, they split up, with Danni and Billy heading down to the currently abandoned dungeons of the Citadel to experiment further with Danni's condition, and Tilda and Alina making their way around the keep, putting up protection runes to keep out most Basin. Danni and Billy had much success creating a decoction of wolfsbane to help Danni remain in control of their lycanthropy. And as far as Tilda is concerned, she and Alina were very successful in their work with the protection runes, though unbeknownst to her, Alina made some modifications to them during the process. And after their couple weeks of downtime, the group headed out together for a night on the town. They made their way to the Gilded Lily, a tavern in downtown in Grimsey, and were just in time to catch a wonderful performance by the bright blue-haired traveling bard, Duke Hogwood, who had a bit of a supernatural air of mystery about him. Billy, however, was the only one affected by this, and she approached him at the bar, bought him a scotch, and took him home to the Citadel. The next morning, who should appear at the Citadel's breakfast table but Duke himself, having stayed the night. And that awkward breakfast is where we're going to pick up. So, Duke has just made some comments, some very familiar comments, that have made Tilda a little uncomfortable and a little suspicious. So we're going to start there, as Billy has gone to make breakfast for everyone. He's just sitting there looking pleased with himself.
So, Duke, I assume, given your occupation, that you, travel quite extensively?
Oh, sure, yeah. Quite a bit.
Anywhere interesting recently?
Well, interesting is a strong word. Been mostly in smaller towns lately, till I made it back around to Grimsey, so nothing of consequence.
Oh, well. Will you be back in Grimsey long?
Probably for the next couple of days or so. Booked a couple of shows. I'll be back at the Lily. That's technically where I'm staying, but Billy was nice enough to let me stay the night.
I see.
So, quite the place you got here. Do you all live here?
It's more of a home away from home for most of us, I think.
Right. Well, it's always good to have, even if it is in the same city as your home, I suppose.
Mhm.
It's quite nice to walk past your library last night. I'll love to take a look at that.
Right.
I don't remember if Danny had been down there for breakfast yet, but I like to imagine that Danny comes walking in, nose in a book, just good morning.
Dr. Madsen, we have a guest. As you
Good
can
morning,
see.
Doctor.
Why would we have? Oh, Mr. Pigshire?
Hogwood.
Hogwood.
Hogwood, right.
Though I suppose you don't all have to call me that.
He's,
Stage name.
what would
You didn't think my name was actually Hogwood, did you?
To be
It's
honest,
kind
that
of-
seemed more plausible than Duke being your first name, to be
Oh, well,
perfectly honest.
I suppose
So
you got
what
me
is
there.
your preferred moniker then?
Well, Duke is fine, if you want to stick with that. Most of my dear friends call me Lazuli.
Lazuli, right. And why are you here?
Well, Villy invited me to stay the night.
Why would she do that?
Doctor?
Because they slept together.
Oh.
Good morning. Alina.
Hello.
Sorry I asked. Where
Why is everyone so
Billy?
awkward about this?
Not awkward. Just an unexpected surprise.
Is it unusual for Philly to have people over? I thought it was quite common.
Well, don't you know how to make a man feel special?
Well, she usually doesn't have them over until morning, but
There you go. Does Villy know you know so much about her activities?
I don't think so.
I like you.
Well.
Well, this is suitably uncomfortable. I will be returning to the library.
I think I might join you. Yes.
You're not going to stay for breakfast.
I'll come down and make myself a plate shortly. But yes, much to do. Do excuse me.
Oh, why don't you stay? I would like both of you to roll.
Damn it.
Shit.
Da-da. Either vigilance or observation.
Okay.
Should probably have my character sheet up.
That might help.
I'll go with
What dice do
vigilance.
You get?
I'll go with observation, I think. Four successes.
3 successes.
Holy shit.
He's gonna get like 8 successes, and we're gonna die.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, you needed 4.
Damn it!
Oh shit.
Magic is a contested check. Okay, so Tilda.
Wait, does this count as tracking my prey? Because I get a +2. No, that's only when I'm a
No.
werewolf. Never mind.
Does not. Unless you're really that jealous of Billy. No. So Tilda, you are unaffected by whatever's going on. Danny, you go to stand, and then you sort of think to yourself, why am I being so rude? And you feel really, really bad, like more really guilty, sort of unusually guilty for skipping breakfast. And you want to sit back down.
Tilda gets up and starts toward the door.
Danny stops, closes their book. It has been a long time since I ate down here, and perhaps I'm not giving the kitchen staff their due for keeping this well made. I'll eat down here as well.
You mean Billy?
I assume we have more staff than just the one.
Not in the kitchens, no.
Well, either way, I should probably stay here and eat before returning to my studies.
Oh, all right. I shall see you all shortly then. Confused, but Doctor's weird. Went to the library to get the hell out of this awkwardness.
Well, she's a bit strange.
Yes, quite.
And does she usually just sort of walk off like that?
Oh, yes, she does. Typically, most of the time. Usually when I'm in the room she's walking out of.
That's a strange thing, considering how she feels about you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, she hadn't told you?
Told me what?
Well, it's not really my business to steal my friend's secrets, is it? She just mentioned you before he came down for breakfast, but no worries.
Mentioned me in what way?
I think maybe you ought to ask her.
Perhaps I should.
I think around this time, Billy probably comes back.
Got eggs, sausage, potatoes. It is a spread. I'll give everyone a plate. And sits down and begins to eat.
Thank you, my dear.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Billy?
You're welcome. So, what are we doing today? Anything on the docket? Anything come up?
Nothing strange that I've heard of.
Right, then I'll get my chores done.
What do you mean by strange?
Me?
Oh, yes. Does something have to be strange for you to do something during the day?
Typically, yes, yeah.
Really?
They have their normal They have their normal practice, and we also have a business out of this facility.
Oh, what sort of business?
Investigations, mostly.
Like detectives?
If you like.
Well, that's exciting. Suppose that's why you got that big library then.
Of course. Lots of research done in here.
Well, I'd love to see it. If
The
I'm
library.
not intruding. Sure.
Don't see why not.
All that research in there's got to be something on music or writing.
I'm sure there is. We'd have to ask Miss Tilda. She knows it best.
Well, I'll do that then.
Right, well, eat up. Everyone's got to have their strength for the day.
Unless there's anything else. Finish breakfast. It's very pleasant. It's only awkward. Make it awkward. And you can go about your day. After breakfast, Villy, I think Duke approaches you and asks you to point him to the library.
She'll take him there.
Thank you. Oh,
If you like it that much, it's all yours.
I wanted to ask, I guess it's just new to me since I travel so much. You must feel really comfortable with your friends, sort of letting them come and go from your rooms like that.
Sorry, what do you mean?
Well, let's just say while you were making breakfast, went back to get something from your room. And, well, Tilda'd been in there, so.
In my room.
Oh, yeah.
She probably needed something, like a needle. She's been working on her stitch work.
Oh. Well, that's nice. You just let her come and go.
Of course. I don't own the house.
Fair enough. Well, I'll leave you to whatever it is you're going to get up to. I'll be out of
What
your
are
hair
your-
soon.
Well, what are your plans for the day?
Well, I just figured I'd have a look around. I got to get back to the Lily at some point. Another performance tonight, so which you're all welcome to come.
Well, I'd love to go if it's not too busy at the house. Got a few things to do. If you'd like me to show you out, just let me know.
Thank you very much.
She'll open the door to the library. Miss Tilda.
Yes. Oh, hello. Hello.
What's his name? Lazuli?
Lazuli, yeah.
Lazuli was wondering if there are any books on music in here.
Some? What exactly were you, looking for?
Oh,
Mr.
anything really. Just like to take advantage of resources when I know I have them.
Right. Sure, I could, find you a few things. Give me just one moment. Sort of plucks around. I do not want to show this motherfucker any of our good stuff. Hell no. Hell no. She will attempt to find any sort of regular old book on music of some kind, maybe two. And then she will very primly and properly set them down on a table as far away from her shit as possible for him to read if he so chose.
Okay. It's easy enough. You guys know where everything is at this point. You set down. He thanks you, sort of perches on a chair, starts to flip through one of them kind of idly. What are you doing, Tilda?
Tilda is still currently doing research on, what do you call it? The prophecy shit. That's basically the research that she does in her spare time.
Okay. So you're doing some research. He he sits there for a bit, sort of flipping through the books. He'll sort of make a comment out loud every so often, which I assume you probably ignore.
Completely.
And then eventually he shuts the book and sort of leans forward on the table, kind of looking across the room at you. Quite the place.
Mm-hmm.
Must be strange, spending so much time with the same people.
No, not at all. I would think it rather similar to, I don't know, growing up in a household of some kind.
Well, I didn't have what you'd call a traditional childhood, I suppose. Gotta be strange with that Dr. Ryan, though.
The doctor is a colleague and a friend.
Sure, especially with all those experiments they've been doing as of late.
Where exactly is all this coming from, Mr. Hogwood?
Curiosity, mostly. And some things the doctor told me over breakfast.
That would be completely and utterly out of character. Could she roll something? Like, cause this motherfucker's lying.
Yeah. That would be observation.
Okay. One success.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely lying. You're not sure why.
Please tell me more. What else was discussed at breakfast?
I'm gathering based on the expression on your face. It's not really any of my business.
Oh. That bad, huh?
I suppose it depends on, I don't know, your barometer for that sort of thing.
It's fairly high.
That doesn't surprise me. Tell you what. I think it would be good for me to get to know Villy's friends, even though they're quite different from how she described them to me. What do you say you and I go for a walk later? When you're not busy.
That's very kind of you. But no, I am quite busy today. Thank you.
Come on, I
for the
insist.
offer. This guy's creeping me out. No, thank you. Now, if you don't mind, I do have some work to do.
Suit yourself. Been meaning to take a look at the gardens anyway. He stands, smiles, leaves the room.
Closes her shit up and goes to look for Danni. This guy's creeping her out.
Where's Danni?
Danni was probably coming to look for Tilda anyway, so maybe they bump into each other in the hallway.
Fair.
Oh, there you are.
Might we speak for a moment?
Yes, actually, I was just coming to speak with you. Come inside. Look
Yes.
around, make sure they've left. Like, close the door. There is something extremely peculiar about that man.
Is there now?
He lied to me just now. He said that you told him all about your experiments over breakfast.
I don't recall saying anything of the sort.
I wouldn't have assumed so, given that we have no idea who this man is. But why would he do that? Why would he lie?
I'm not sure. I don't know the man personally, though perhaps whatever character flaw he has, you should have looked into it more thoroughly before telling him whatever you did this morning. Apparently you disclosed something to him that of a personal nature.
No, I did not. Not in any way. I spoke very briefly, asking them about their travels before anyone else came down to breakfast. That was the entirety of the conversation.
You didn't mention me at all during your conversation with him.
What? No. I literally asked them where they traveled for their shows and whether they'd be staying long. He lied to you as well.
Well, someone clearly is.
This is very peculiar. I've met, along the way, con artists of sorts, but usually it's them telling you what you want to hear, not whatever this is.
And you're certain you're not simply saying this to cover up or lay aspersions on him for whatever you told him previously?
What?
I'm simply saying it is very irrational to think that this man would have come into our household and attempted to start lying to us for no apparent reason. But if you
That's
told
what
him
I'm
something,
saying. It's odd. What?
and
Dr.
are now
Madsen.
covering up the, and now covering it up by trying to sling mud on his character.
Why do you like this man so much?
Oh, I'm neutral towards the man. I don't have any special fondness for him.
And yet, when I tell you definitively that I spoke of nothing personal with this man, you jump immediately to attempting to protect his character. Tell me, is that something you would normally do for a complete stranger?
No, I suppose not. I just find it strange that he would make such a claim.
So do I. Also, given that he knew something in the first place about any sort of experimentation. Where would that have come from?
Well, what he told me was not necessarily related to experimentation or anything of the sort.
What did he say that I said?
He mentioned that you had certain thoughts or opinions of me that you had not shared, and that it would not be his place to share in your stead.
All right. Doctor, you know me quite well. I'm fairly certain that you know that if I had any sort of opinions, I would share them with you quite easily.
Yes, I suppose so.
All right then. is schwitzing a little.
So what is your suggestion then? Do we drag him out of the house by his ear?
He asked me to take a walk later, which I refused. To be quite honest, the man gives me the creepy crawlies. He said he wanted to peruse the garden. Do you think he would try the same upon Alina?
To tour the garden?
Yes.
I suppose. I'm not sure. Is there something in the garden that we are to protect?
Alina, for the most part.
She seems a bit young for him.
I would agree. Although, honestly, I feel like I would be a bit old for him, so...
Well, perhaps we should accept his offer so that we can keep an eye on him.
If he makes an offer to you to get to know you further, feel free. I have no desire to be alone with that man.
Or perhaps we go together.
All right.
Did he state in his invitation that it was only to be the two of you?
Yes, actually.
Oh.
That's what I got.
Open to interpretation.
Okay.
Perhaps maybe we just confront the man and try to understand what it is he wants. Perhaps we should speak with Villy first. Clearly she favors him.
It's not a bad idea.
Well, let's find her then.
All right. We go find Billy.
Okay, you go find Villy, who's about in the Citadel, working.
Cleaning something.
Villy,
Yes, Doctor.
do you have a moment?
Of course. She puts her stuff down. How can I be of service?
We, have some questions about Mr. Hogwood.
All right.
I don't know how to say this delicately. How well do you know the gentleman?
Looks to Tilda. And what way?
Not that way. That way, I
Oh.
think, is firmly assumed, given he stayed over the evening. More personally.
Oh, a bit. Met him last night.
And did he seem strange in any way?
Not more strange than anyone else I know.
Did you discuss any of us on a more than casual level?
Savvy, I did not we didn't discuss anything last night, right?
No.
Okay.
Not unless you would
No.
have wanted to. You're still completely in control of your faculties.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like something that a conversation that happened that I didn't know about or something. No, just cursory who you are and you know how I know you.
Right. Well, he came to me in the library and claimed that the doctor had discussed all of their experiments and such over breakfast, which I'm assuming did not happen.
Nothing of the sort.
Oh. How would you know about that?
Exactly. I don't know what it is exactly. To be perfectly honest, just the man makes me quite a bit uneasy.
Really?
Yes.
I find him quite enjoyable. His company is quite nice.
Good. That's lovely.
Regardless, he clearly knows something now. Whether he was snooping around and read some documentation or eavesdropping.
Don't know if he would do that, but we should ask him.
Yes.
Do you think that's the case?
I believe we should confront him on it and understand how he knows these things. We could rule out that he's any sort of Vason because we've warded this place against them.
Except for lycanthropes.
I think I would have noticed if something like that was the case. Not everybody was injected with blood to gain their powers. Most of them get
Of course.
a bite. Right. That is what I meant.
Yes, understood.
Right, well, let's go find him.
Should we find Alina first?
Yes, perhaps we better all be together.
I'll go fetch her. The two of you go find him, and we'll meet you in the library.
All right. Does he really give you the heebie-jeebies?
What's that?
Does he really give you the heebie-jeebies?
Yes. Not initially, I suppose, but all the questions and... I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. It just bothers me.
Might just be a misunderstanding.
I hope so.
Go try to find him.
Okay. You all split up, go to find Alina and Lazuli. While all that was happening, Alina, where were you?
In the garden.
Oh, I thought that might be the case. As soon as he leaves the library, he heads out into the garden. Alina, you see Lazuli or Duke make his way out, sort of looking around. He catches your eye, sort of smiles pleasantly, waves, makes his way over to you. Good morning again.
Oh,
Nice day to be out in the garden.
it's a little cloudy, but yes, I suppose it is.
Could be worse. Could be raining. Be stuck inside.
Oh no, I usually come out in the rain as well.
Oh, do you now?
Mhm.
Well, you're after my own heart then. Not much keeps me from being outside.
Yes, I feel the same way.
So do you keep the gardens here?
Oh, no, not officially. I just like looking at them and, you know, looking at plants and messing around with them and all sorts of things.
Just being in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get out into the woods? It's
Yes,
a bit dangerous,
often.
I suppose.
Well, despite the danger, I have some friends there, so.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Why not?
You just seem the type to have a lot of friends.
Oh, well, I didn't used to, but I seem to be getting more by the day.
Well, I suppose you made one more today.
Who?
Well, me.
Oh, yes. Are we friends?
I suppose if you'd like to be.
All right.
Good.
I mean, if Billy likes you, you can't be bad, so.
High praise. I'm not that bad. A bit loud at times, perhaps, but not bad.
That's all right then.
He looks at you and goes and sort of sits down somewhere nearby. Alina.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do your friends know you're special?
Well, that depends on what you mean. They know that I can talk to ghosts sometimes, and that, let's see, I have a crystal ball. They know about that.
Do they know about your other friend?
I don't know what you mean.
Maybe I just got the wrong impression, but you strike me as different from the rest of them. Somebody that all sorts of people and creatures might talk to, even if you can't see them.
Oh, yes, well, do you like being friendly?
I suppose it's not my business.
That's all right. I don't mind talking about it. It's just, not sure how you would know about something like that. I haven't told anyone.
Alina, I think you and I have a lot in common.
Really?
Really? Let me show you something.
All right.
So you know a bit of magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you think of this. And he sort of holds out his hand like this and runs it in front of his face. And his face, when he moves his hand down, does not look like Leslie anymore. It looks like Billy.
That's a neat trick.
You ever tried something like that?
No, do you think I can do that?
Maybe. He runs his hand back and turns back into himself. I'm sure you're capable of all kinds of things.
She just like quickly like runs her hand in front of her face a few times.
Well, you still look like you. Here we go. Think about your best friend. Somebody whose face you know really well. Hold on to it. Think really hard, then try.
She does it again.
Have you roll
Okay.
something magical. I guess we usually use observation for your crystal ball.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. One success.
Okay. You concentrate really hard on whoever you're thinking about, and you move your hand in front of your face, and your skin kind of starts to feel tingly. And it almost goes numb for a moment. And you see Duke's eyes sort of go wide. And he sort of gently kind of grabs your arm and leads you over to, there's not like a fountain or like a pond or something out here.
A pond. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a pond. To the surface of the water and says, look. And you can see your reflection in the surface of the water. But your face is different. Who do you look like?
Villy.
You see Villy's face looking back at you.
Does it only work with Villy's face?
No, it works with anybody you've, been in contact with, anyone you know. And the better you know them, the better you can do.
How do I know my face is my face then? Perhaps I'm wearing someone else's.
I guess we never really know.
She changes back.
The beauty of that is you can have whatever face you like.
Well, it's quite fun, but I don't see the purpose in having different faces.
Well, for one, you can look however you want. You be whoever you want. You be whoever someone else wants you to be.
But why would I be what someone else wants me to be?
I don't know. Maybe to make them happy. All sorts of reasons.
Interesting. So, how is it that both of us can do this?
You know, I know somebody who can answer that question.
Really?
Do you want to meet them?
Yes.
Let's go for a walk.
Right.
And you leave
Yep.
with Lazuli leading you out of the gardens, now to Citadel, toward the forest on the edges of town. The rest of you have your conversations, search the Citadel, search the gardens, and neither of them are anywhere to be found. Again. I can count on Morgan for one thing. And it's to let me kidnap her.
So I assume after like
No, it's amazing.
an hour or two of like running around the Citadel, we all meet back up in the library.
Yeah. They're both gone.
I was hoping they'd be with you.
No.
Well, do we have a way of trying to track Alina?
Normally in this situation we would ask Elena and she's not here, so...
I'm fresh out of crystal balls.
Did Alina have her crystal ball with her? Or would it be in a room?
I think it would be in her room.
This might be an idea. I saw it up there. Give it a try.
Do you know?
You believe it's that easy to
How?
just wave your hands in front of it?
I've seen her do it many times. Could be.
One moment. Let me, I can't... I cannot do that, but... Let me try something. In the library, I guess, grab a piece of paper and a pencil, and we'll try to do automatic writing. Find Alina.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
That's inspiration. Two successes.
Okay. You sit down, pull out paper and pen, and close your eyes, Tilda, and you start to write slowly at first, and then you all sort of watch as the pen starts to just kind of fly across the page as Tilda sort of loses control of her arm for a moment. This goes on for a minute or so, and Tilda, you open your eyes, and what you have in front of you, you recognize as a poem. There are a few books of poetry and things like it in the library. And you recognize it as a poem that was written by a local poet several decades ago, about sort of describing a place in the woods just outside of Grimsby when it was new, that they would go to sort of escape the sounds of the slowly becoming industrialized city. There's a flowery but pretty good description of a place out in the woods, that is near sort of the river that runs through. So there's like a river that runs like south through Grimsby, and out into the wilderness, and they describe near it, sort of hidden behind some brush, the mouth of a cave where the water sort of runs off.
Oh no.
What?
I believe we need to go to this cave.
Oh. Savannah, do I still regard him as like non-threatening, knowing that he might be outsmart with Alina?
I think at this point, it's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point, it's probably starting to fade.
Uh-huh. Well, we've got to go find her. Who knows what they could be doing out there?
I don't know. Shall we go?
With haste?
As this is in the forest and we're leaving the citadel, maybe everyone grab some iron in case we run into some not too happy with us ash tree wives.
Yes, of course.
Right. I'll grab my medical kit too, just in case.
Yes.
Okay. So you all grab some pieces of iron, fairly easy to find, around the citadel, and you head out south.
I bring my
Or-
gun
Fair enough.
in my gun pocket.
Anybody else gathering anything before you go?
An iron chain.
Sure. Okay. So you grab your things and you head out. How long did you spend searching the citadel before this?
How long would it take? Oh.
Yeah, how long would it take?
Because I feel like hours is not like, if it was more than like 20 minutes, Villy would start to panic.
Let's say the whole thing, including the gardens, half an hour.
Okay.
And then you have this conversation.
Danny does get, unless somebody else wants it, the rifle from
Take it.
our armory too. Okay.
All right, so you set out. It means they had about half an hour head start. Alina,
Yes.
you make your way through the city, out the gate to the south, and following the river along, make your way into the woods. For the most part, nothing too strange happens. Leslie's making pleasant conversation. At one point, he sort of pulls out a lyre as you walk along, starts to sort of pick at the strings. Is there anything specific you'd want to talk about?
Leslie,
Yes.
how did you find out you were different?
Oh, I found out very young.
Did you die and come back to life too?
No, I didn't. My mother is a is a very special creature, and to even more of a degree than you or I. And well, one day when you're sitting at the dinner table with your mum and you accidentally change your face to look like hers, they start to think something's afoot. So, luckily, she knows all sorts of things about this kind of thing.
Are we going to see her now?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Well, she sounds like she's lovely, so can't wait to meet her.
She is. I think she'll like you very much. Did you know your family growing up?
Well, I had a father and a mother, but well, I thought they were my father and mother until recently.
They were human then?
Mm-hmm.
I see. Well, I suppose you'll be wanting to find your birth family then.
Yes, I've been looking for them.
Don't think they're as far away as you'd think.
That's good to know.
Come on. I'd like to show you something. And he makes his way sort of away from the river a little bit and pulls back some like vines that have grown up sort of on a cliff face, and there is a like a cave mouth behind them where the river continues to go south, but a little bit of it sort of splits off and funnels into this cave. Not afraid of the dark, are you?
No.
Didn't think so. Come on. I think you're gonna like this. And he he leads you inside the cave. You walk in, being careful not to slip or anything on the wet stone. Let's see. Too spooky. Being careful not to slip on the wet stone as the water goes through, and he makes his way down, picking up from sort of sitting atop a rock an oil lantern. Takes some matches out, lights it, and carries it a little deeper into the cave. It's not very deep, but at the back of it, you can see the water is sort of funneling into a very round pool of sort of clear, cold river water. Lights the lantern and sets it down next to the water, and says, "So, are you ready?"
Not sure if I am, but, well, I suppose it doesn't matter. You're probably going to do whatever you're going to do anyway, aren't you?
Well, not if you're not on board. I'm just gonna make a call.
A call?
Yes.
Well, all right.
All right. He leans over the water and excuse me, sort of puts his hands out in front of him flat and sort of rests them right on top of the surface, just causing a few ripples. Moves them around in kind of like a pattern, and then shakes his hands off and steps back. He pulls out the lyre again and starts to play. Sort of a slow melody starts to echo off the cave walls, and you see the ripples in the water start to get sort of bigger and bigger. And then in the center of the pool, the water starts to swirl, almost like a small whirlpool, sort of going down, down, down. And then you see a light form in the center of it. And rising up out of the pool is sort of a humanoid figure, almost made out of light, like a projection. It is a woman, very tall, thin, pale skin, long red hair, and she cocks her head and looks at you, and then looks down at Lasley and smiles, sort of nods to you politely, and says, "Alina, it's been some time."
Do you know me?
I do. Do you know me?
No.
You were very young when you left us.
When I left.
Well, I suppose you didn't do it of your own volition. You were quite small.
And, I left you specifically.
Well, our family. You truly remember nothing. No. We'll have to fix that. You've met Nasli. My name is Amanthea. My sister is your mother.
Oh. Well, isn't that exciting?
Yes.
And, where is my mother?
She is here. With us. In your home.
And where is here?
I don't believe the humans have a word for it. Somewhere else for you. Beyond Vale. You haven't spent these years thinking you were human, have you?
Well, and up until recently.
But no longer.
No.
It is so good to see you. And my son has brought you home.
Mm-hmm. I mean, just for a visit.
Oh?
Well, I have friends.
Of course, dear. For a visit, then.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Give us a moment. I shall open the door.
All right.
Your mother will be so pleased. And the light starts to fade a little bit, and the image sort of sinks back down and just sort of falls into the water, leaving some ripples behind. Lazuli stops playing for a moment. So, are you ready to have those questions answered?
Well, it's been quite some time, so yes, I think I am ready.
All right, then. Let's get ready. First time through the door is not an easy one. And the pool starts to glow again. About this time, I think the three of you have made it hurriedly into the woods, following the river. And I think you can probably hear, because I don't think he's trying to be quiet, some sort of soft echoing music coming from off to the side that sort of plays for a moment, stops, and then you hear voices coming from inside the cave. You sort of push the vines behind, or out of the way, and you can see a cave behind them, and hear voices coming from within.
Do I have any, do I know that I was under some sort of spell at this point? Or do I just oh, that's natural, that whole thing, that was very natural, this is, and then it's faded into
I think depends on how much Villy is interrogating her behavior. Because I think it's reasonable for her to go, that was out of character for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you don't feel like, the dregs of a spell or anything, but I think you can probably make the assumption of like something is off.
Yeah, I never keep people over, and I never like put people in danger like this. That's just the opposite of what I do. Okay. Villy is 100% charging forward into here. Just Alina! Using her mom voice.
I suppose they decided they wanted to come along after all.
Villy?
What are you doing here? And you stay away from her.
Oh, it's all right. It's like we were just talking, and he wanted to show me something.
Alina, what happened the last time someone just took you off into the woods?
I had a very lovely nap.
You were
In my
kidnapped.
defense, I've taken no one anywhere.
I'll deal with you in a minute. Alina.
Mm-hmm.
We should go home. Now.
Well, I'm sort of trying to go home.
I'm sorry. What? No, we need to go back to the house.
Yes, and I will go back to the house. I just needed to do something first.
And what is that?
Well, I was hoping to meet my mother.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I do love my parents who raised me very much, but they're not quite the ones who birthed me. So I was hoping I could meet with the person who did.
And how do you know that?
Well, when I died, someone told me.
Who?
A friend.
A friend.
Mhm.
In the afterlife.
I don't know if they were in the afterlife. They're not dead themselves, so, well, at least I don't think so.
I'm trying to understand what you're saying to me, but I'm just not. Your mother's the one who raised or who birthed you, as far as I'm aware.
Well, she's not.
And why do you believe this thing that's talking to you in your head?
Well, it's just kind of a feeling that something's different about me. And, well, I kind of do strange things sometimes, don't I?
Yes. You're different. But that doesn't mean you should be going off into the woods with that strange people by yourself.
Well,
Why
Again?
don't you show them what you can do, Alina?
Right, well, he's not strange, not really, and he showed me that I can do this. She waves a hand over her face and turns into Villy.
And how did he show you how to do this?
Well, 'cause he can do it too.
And what else could you do? Put people at ease. Sir.
We already know you are a very good liar.
Not good
And
enough,
manipulator.
apparently. What I do in the name of protecting my kin.
What
You've
are your
done a-
kin?
Don't you mean who?
No, I don't.
Then you speak very disrespectfully of Alina. Isn't that right, cousin?
Well, yes, so we are kind of cousins. At least that's what they told me.
And what proof do you have of this? What proof of anything do you have?
Why do you think I need to prove anything to you?
Because you're trying to take Alina somewhere.
I've done nothing of the sort. I've introduced her to family, and I've made her the offer to go for a visit. And she's accepted. But it seems like I'm the only person standing in this cave who treats her like an adult.
I've helped raise her since she's a child. I'm protective of her, yes. That doesn't mean she's not her own person. What I don't trust is you. And your intentions. And your abilities.
I think Alina turns back to her own face and just goes, "Do you not trust my abilities?"
Of course I trust your abilities. But you don't know what they are, do you?
Not all of them, but I was hoping to find that out, and, well, if we have the same abilities, then...
The same abilities can manifest differently in two types of people, Alina. We trust you. We do not trust him.
Well, why not?
Elena, when have you ever known me to keep someone overnight and keep them to the morning? Introduce them to my friends and family, introduce them to you, and put you in danger.
I don't feel like I'm in danger, and, well, I suppose you've never done that before, but... I mean, that doesn't mean that he did something, right?
He did lie. He lied to both Tilda and to the doctor.
What
And
did
I'm
he
sure
say?
none of you have ever lied a day in your life.
Don't lie to those around us for the purpose of manipulation. No.
The things I said weren't lies. Just how I found them.
You're not helping your case here.
Not my case to make. No one controls what Alina does but Alina.
Except for you, who's trying to take her somewhere. So convince us that this is a good place to be.
Alina, have I lied to you?
I mean, as far as I know, no, but I'm not particularly great at telling when people are lying.
Have I tried to take you anywhere without your express consent?
No.
Have I tried to convince you to do anything you didn't want to do?
I don't think so.
There you go.
Well, if Alina wants to see what is here, perhaps the easiest way to put all of us at ease is to go with her.
Humans in my mother's realm. What a sight that would be.
So then what are you if you're not human?
I think it's best if I just show you. She should be back any minute. And as you all stand there, you hear a excuse me, a splashing sound as ripples start to form again in the pool nearby, next to Lazuli and Alina. Ripples start to form out from the center, and then there is a sort of a blue glow. It sort of starts as like a pinpoint in the center of the water, and it expands until it is a couple feet across, and you see it start to shimmer a bit. And Lazuli sort of looks at it and looks up. There's your door. Go or don't go. It's up to you.
Well, I'm planning on going, so if anyone would like to join me, I'd very much appreciate it, but it's up to you.
I'll join you.
Thank you,
Ours.
Doctor. Lily. Tilda. Thank you all. I think this will be fun.
All right. Ladies first.
I think Alina goes to it.
Okay.
Yeah, Billy will go right after.
Okay.
Or with.
Alina and Billy, you step into the water. It's shallow. It's a sort of a shallow pool, maybe up to your knees at its deepest, and you walk out into the light. The rest of you see this sort of bright, warm shimmer to come up from the water, sort of surround the two of them, and then sort of collapse in on itself, and they disappear. Doctor.
Right.
You go.
Tilda runs to catch up with them. She does not want to go by herself.
You go to catch up with Danni. Danni, you step into the circle as the shimmering sort of starts to surround you. You hear a splashing as Tilda makes her way over. Tilda, you step in as the doctor disappears, and you see the light start to make its way up sort of your legs, and it gets about halfway up, and then you feel two hands grab you from behind around the throat. And in your ear,
Fucking no!
you hear, "Finally. I thought they'd never leave. Traitor child." And that is where we're going to go ahead and take a break. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us so far. I've done spooked myself on that one. We're going to take a quick break, take a breath, and maybe drink some water. Maybe not sit for the rest of us. And we will be back in just a few minutes to see what happens next. So stick around. And welcome back, Internet. Thank you for hanging out with us during our break. We are going to pick back up where we left off. So, Danni had made it most of the way through door. Tilda, you had been grabbed and sort of yanked back. I'll say, Danni, there is a brief second where I think you see Tilda following you, and then she is not slowly, as you are slowly disappearing, she is sort of quickly yanked out of sight. So you have a second to react.
I think Danni will try to step out of the portal.
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll.
Okay.
Because you're most of the way through. Have you roll for me, please? Force.
Oh, this is my good one, y'all. Zero successes.
You have any from earlier?
No, because I think the only thing I failed, I rolled the 3 earlier, but I failed.
I do. Can I give them one of the inspirations? Because I got 2.
Oh, true. If you want.
I would like them to help save her. Yes, please.
Okay. So yeah, Danni, you, if you would like, are able to sort of force your way out and step out of the portal into the shallower water. I assume you would like to.
Yes.
Okay. So you do this, and you hear a splash as Tilda is yanked down into the water, and she is sort of underneath it, and you see her start to struggle as her head is forced under the water. You don't see Duke anymore.
I guess, rush forward and try to pull her out of the water.
Okay. You rush forward, try to pull her out of the water. Something is holding her there. As you look down, as sort of the lamplight is bouncing off the water and the cave walls, you see a pair of like bluish hands that are sort of around her neck like this. Like Tomura Shigaraki.
I mean, just like continue to try to pull at her, and I imagine from like Tilda's perspective, it's like yelling down at her, but just like through the water.
Something dramatic. This is time sensitive.
And I think to try to like fully like just pull her free of whatever this person's grasp is, it's gonna turn into a werewolf.
Okay. So Tilda, as you are struggling and panicking, probably more panicking than struggling, in the water above you, you see Danni's face as they reach down and sort of try to pull on you. And as they do, you feel their hands sort of extend and start to get bigger, and you see the transformation sort of happening through the water above you. It's very sort of wobbly and unsettling, as once again 2 like very large clawed hands plunge down into the water and try to grab you and pull you up. Danni, can you roll force for me, please?
Okay, so I get +2 as a werewolf for fighting unarmed to force. Does that count here?
Sure.
Okay. Because otherwise, this doubles the amount of dice that I get to use from 2 to 4.
I don't like this music. I'm mixed feels.
2 successes.
Okay. So you
That was both of the werewolf ones. Yep.
Yeah.
That was just it was the 2 werewolf
had to have
ones.
been. So you reach down, sort of grab Tilda sort of by the shoulders and arms and just pull. Tilda, you feel the hands around your neck sort of break free, and Danni, Wolf Danni, pulls you up out of the water, and you take a breath before anything can go too terribly wrong.
Coughing, sputtering, hacking up cave water.
What happened?
I heard a voice, and then I was under the water. I don't know.
Where's Duke?
I don't know. Do you see them?
No, I saw hands around your neck, though. And there's a cat pulling all of my shit under my computer monitor. Stop that.
You should growl at them in the werewolf voice. I don't know if they'll like it or not.
Did that work?
No, he's still giving me a shitty look.
Oh, darn.
So as you're standing there, trying to figure out what just happened, you hear a splash, and on the other side of the pool, you see a figure sort of leap up out of the water very gracefully and sort of alight on a rock across the pool from you. Its features are familiar. It looks a lot like Duke or Lazuli. Sort of that bright blue hair, bright blue eyes, but his arms and legs are longer. Hands and feet are bigger, and his skin has sort of gone this like pale blue color, and you can see sort of slits on the side of his neck like gills. And he sort of looks at you and then kind of sits down on the rock. Too dramatic now. Well, that wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be.
Why?
You don't know.
No, what?
That we're out to kill you, Tilda.
I gathered from you trying to kill me that may be your aim, but no, I do not know why.
Oh, I thought it was going to be easier than that, but lost track of how long humans can't breathe for before they die.
Why are you doing this?
Because my mother said to.
What had I done to offend your mother?
You really don't remember, do you?
Remember what?
Where you came from?
I came from Manchester!
Of course you did. But that's not where you spent your whole childhood, was it?
I spent my childhood at school.
What about before that?
I don't know.
He stands up again and picks up the lyre, starts to sort of pick a few notes on it. What do you remember, Tilda?
Nothing. I don't remember
Nothing?
anything.
Not the parties, not the flowers, not the clover that you stole from us.
Picks up her necklace.
How did... I've always had it.
Always had it since my mother gave it to you.
You are a liar, sir. You lie. You've lied to us this entire time.
Have I? Or have I just stretched a bit? Are you telling me the doctor doesn't experiment on themselves looking like that? Or that you don't have the feelings you've been trying to hide? Or that Alina isn't special? Doesn't have powers, abilities? And that you don't wear a clover around your neck?
None of this justifies you trying to kill her.
Last time I checked, I didn't have to justify myself to you.
Take it back.
Takes it off.
I don't care. I don't... I just... They said at school that I came with it. I have no idea where it came from. Take it. I don't care.
Yes, you do. The magic's probably long gone out of it anyway. Too much time around humans. Tilda, listen. No hard feelings. It's nothing personal. Just following orders is all. You were never supposed to get out. But you
Get out
did.
of where?
And you've grown up to be the kind of person that makes our secrets public. We can't have that. Can you imagine? A bunch of humans wandering around in a fey realm.
If you plan to kill me anyway, no harm in telling me what in the bloody hell you're talking about.
You were given to my mother as a trade. A human child for a child like me. Like Alina. You spent some time with us, and it was fine for a while. But you've never been one to do what you're told, have you? And one day you got out. Still don't know how. And we finally find you again. Hunting Basin. Killing him. Exposing him.
Helping them.
Is that why you carry around iron in your pocket all the time? Is that why you carry that gun?
Both offer protection.
Protection from things you seek out.
Protection from things that are harming people. We don't seek them out of their own accord. We have gone out of our way to help.
I don't think all of your friends can say the same thing. You ever asked Billy how many Vasons she killed before she met you? That's fine. Mother will take care of her. You've done us a great service. 2 for 1 today. I get to bring Alina home, and I get to kill you. They might as well give me a medal. So, shall we do this the old-fashioned way, or shall I give you a head start? You already know how you're gonna go, don't you? Alina told you so.
It's not raining.
He leans back and picks a few more notes on the lyre. And you hear outside a loud crack of thunder. I could play you out if you like.
Honestly, I'd just rather you shut up.
She'll pull her gun and shoot him.
Okay. Tilda pulls a gun and fires a shot. Go ahead and roll ranged combat, and then we'll do initiative.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. One success.
Okay. I just had a thought. Okay. Tilda, you pull the gun and you fire the shot. It's in the sort of dim light, you see it catch him sort of right in the shoulder, and he sort of fumbles and almost drops the lyre, sort of catching it by one side as he reaches up and sort of grabs the arm, and you see him sort of look down at you sort of through his brow line, and this sinister smile stretches across his face, and he stands, leaps into the water, and fully disappears beneath it. We're gonna do a quick initiative for everybody because for everyone.
I get 2 cards.
Oh, you do get 2 cards.
You get to take the better of them?
Mhm.
Nice.
Did it give you 2?
Trying to remember where to look. Yes, it did.
Okay. All right. What's everybody got?
10.
Do we want lower or higher?
Well, I was about to look 'cause I don't remember. Yes, you draw the card, draw a card. Lowest initiative goes first.
Ooh, I got a 2.
I got a 3.
Okay.
N.
I pull one too.
Yes, you should have one
Yes.
down by
Got it.
your.
Got a 9.
Okay. Billy's got a 2. Danny's got a 3. Nina. Tilda. And Lazuli draws the ace.
Motherfucker. Sorry, I'm not muted.
He is indeed. Let's go first. So he drops down and disappears into the water that is only about knee deep at its deepest on all of you. Tilda, you hear a splash from behind you as he, almost as suddenly as he disappeared, pops back up and grabs onto you, trying to pull you down beneath the water. I'm gonna have you pull up his dang sheet. He's got, where is it? Okay, so he's got different stats than you guys. I'm gonna have you roll force against his
I am so strong.
might.
So strong.
Oh, he's not that
Just-
strong either.
Just the strongest.
All right, what you got?
Because Villy was working with me, can we make it agility instead? Which I have an advantage on.
To try to get out of the way?
To try to wiggle out of the way.
Sure.
Yes.
It did say you heard him coming.
Yes. Okay. So advantage, I get +2?
Yes.
Okay. How? How?
You're welcome.
Oh!
You only had 6 dice.
And 5 of them were 6s!
And the other one was a 5.
Yeah!
Okay, well, he only rolled 1. So fine, I guess. So you need
Thank
2.
you, Billy!
You need 2 of them
Okay.
to succeed. You
These two.
keep the other ones. You, as soon as you hear the splash behind you, before anybody else can even react, you sort of duck and dodge to the side as he goes to grab onto you, and he kind of stumbles forward. Wow. Completely off balance. That is what he is going to do. So, next up would be Billy. And time passes differently where you are. So while that's going on, Villy and Alina, you have, that's not what I want. Too spooky. You've stepped through this portal together, and out into some slightly drizzling rain. You stand on a stone, sort of a cobblestone pathway that is cutting through a field of sort of brighter than you've ever seen them before, flowers of all different colors, purples and pinks, blues, reds, yellows, and greens. And you both look up as you hear a voice. Softly at first, it calls a couple of times, and then a little bit louder as you hear the clicking of footsteps coming down the stone path. Alina.
Yes, hello?
And as she gets closer, you see damp hair, the same tall woman that you saw before, Amanthea, with her long, sort of light auburn hair, very tall, very pale, long, pointed ears, and a simple sort of wrapped dress that's sort of clinging to her a little bit. Good to see you.
Yes, it's nice to see you too, I suppose.
And who is this?
Oh, this is, Villy.
Billy. Welcome to my home. Well, I see human manners have changed a bit over the decades. No matter. Would you like something to eat?
No, but, we are waiting for our friends to come through.
Oh, you brought more friends.
Yes.
Well, the way you experience time is a bit different. Yeah. Give them a moment. I'm sure they'll pass through.
I'm not very good at being patient. Do you mind if I just hop back and see if they're okay?
Well, I'm sure they're fine. Can't make the clocks go any faster, as it were. Would you like something to drink?
No, we're fine.
I suppose you're antsy to see your mother.
A little bit, yes.
Well, in that case, we can begin the journey and your friends can follow. The road is easy enough to see, even in the rain.
What do you think, Villy?
I think it'd be best to wait. If they're right behind us, shouldn't be too long. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Amanthea.
And you're related to Alina?
Alina's mother is my sister.
And what are you?
I suppose you've never seen us before. Though you must have seen some of our counterparts in your realm. Though they're very small, winged things. Quite annoying. Buzzing about.
I'm sorry, was that your answer? Because that doesn't tell me what you are.
Faye, darling.
And Alina is Faye.
Of a sort? Yes.
And How did she end up in the human realm?
She was taken from us. And she was very small.
Time moves differently, and that's why you haven't come back for her.
Time. Red tape. As humans like to say. Every society has their own bureaucracy. Some of us value other things higher than family. So, I too grow impatient. I sent my son to find you. And here you are.
So, my human parents, they had a child as well, or else they wouldn't have mistaken me for theirs. Correct?
Yes, I imagine so.
Do you know where they are?
No. I wish I did. They were here for a time. But, have since left us.
That's unfortunate. I would have liked to meet them.
Yes. Would have been quite something. No. I do hope the child is all right.
I'm sorry, I really am concerned for our friends.
They were right behind us. They should be here by now.
I'm sure they're on their way. Between the magic and the time difference, spells can be complicated. Are you sure you won't head to the village with me?
I think it better be all together or not at all.
If you insist. I'm sure a few more minutes won't hurt anything.
Can we not just check? Portal's right here.
Do you have any understanding of the unstable nature of portals?
Does that mean we can't walk back through?
You can, given some permissions.
And who needs to give it?
Well, me, of course. I opened the door.
So can we not walk back through then?
No.
And why is that?
Because I won't put Alina in danger again.
Why would there be danger?
Magic is unsteady. Dangerous. And so is the human world. As she says this, you hear from the other side of the portal a gunshot.
I think we better go back, just really quick. Thank you so much. I'll be just a moment. Billy, do you...
Of course.
I don't recommend that.
Why?
You humans are incredibly thick, aren't you?
Only polite.
Oh, your humor never surprises me anymore. Fine. Stay here. Or attempt to go back and potentially be ripped to shreds.
You made the portal, correct?
Yes,
And we're related.
technically.
Technically. So technically, I can make my own portal if I need.
I would love to see you try, child.
Okay. Would like to try.
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll. Let's see. I don't know what.
I think
this
we're
will
using
be.
inspiration for like magical things that we weren't sure about.
Okay. That works for me. I keep looking down and just seeing the number 5 out of the corner. It's very distressing.
It's the only thing keeping me from hyperventilating right now. Are you kidding me?
It's the 5.
Oh,
Damn. Okay.
2 successes.
Okay, so you got the one you needed. What is it? What do you do? What does this look like?
I think Alina kind of raises her eyebrows at her aunt, I suppose, and turns around and kind of thinks about where they were and where her friends were and what kind of danger they might be in, and just focuses in on the need to be with them right now, and kind of draws a circle in the air, and then there's kind of a light that follows her finger, and then the light continues to circle after she drops her arm until it's created a glowing portal in the air.
Okay. I assume the 2 of you hop through it.
Yeah. I think as Billy hops through, she just says, "Good day."
I'll be right back, Auntie.
Okay, and the 2 of you hop through the portal.
What do I see for my turn?
What do you see? That was the longest lead up to a turn initiative that's ever happened. I'm good like that. You
Timey-wimey.
Now you're thinking of portals.
wobbly.
All right. You see the 2 of you step through quickly, Villy with attitude, through the portal and into the... Villy does everything with attitude. Into the cave. Your feet splash down into the sort of edge of the pool. You see basically you see what has just happened. So you see Danni on the other side of the pool. Well, you see a werewolf on the other side of the pool, first of all. Probably the first thing you see. Tall, lanky. You've seen this wolf once before. Glasses resting on their snout. The doctor, the bad wolf doctor. You see Tilda, gun at her side in the middle of very lively, almost impressively even, moving out of the way as a blue-skinned, blue-haired creature with gills on the side of its neck has charged at her and is going sort of stumbling past into the water.
Billy got
Towards the center
to
of the
see
pool.
it.
I did. Wow, I'm
I
impressed.
saw. I was so excited.
Wasn't
Billy
gonna let her miss it.
Billy removes the chain, and as he stumbles forward, she is going to attempt to grab him with it.
Okay. I really should leave the skill list pulled up because I keep clicking out of it to look at other stuff. And I'm like,
Force, close combat.
well, I'm going to consider the chain a melee weapon, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's do close combat. I think that's your best one anyway.
Yeah. Let's see.
You
And
roll
because
5 successes.
oh my god, no, that's not possible.
I mean, it is.
I rolled 10 dice. I'm gonna push it. This seems stupid.
Gonna push it? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and reroll.
Okay, hold on.
Sid took all of the successes.
Yeah, Sid. Dang.
She rolled
Sorry.
4 earlier and then 5
I can
after
give
that.
you one. I've got 3. Nah,
I
you
got
got this.
I got 3.
Okay, what condition
rolled
are you gonna
4
mark? This is
ones.
a physical condition.
Oh yeah. I had cleared my condition from before. I had one. Not
Yeah,
from
because you
this
guys
mystery.
had like 2 weeks of downtime or
Yeah.
something. So if you had conditions before this, they'd be gone.
Yeah. I will take wounded.
Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say to get you to wounded. Villy, you run out into the center of this pool again, sort of swinging the chain to to try to grab them, and you miss on the first sort of swing around as the creature sort of nimbly dodges out of the way, reaching out with a large clawed hand and sort of knocking against your side, leaving like a large gash there. But because they've gotten so close to you, you swing the chain back around and sort of loop it around them once, sort of right around their like torso, pulling their arms in, and you have them grappled. Is that
Also,
it?
Villy,
Yeah.
chat did point out that you had a +1 die that they gave you, so feel free to use that for next time.
Thanks, chat. Is somebody keeping an eye on stream elements?
Yeah, I cleared it. I was just waiting for a break to say something, and then I got up,
Oh.
and then Billy shot something.
She didn't shoot
Or
it.
hit something.
All right, so on your next roll, you'll have a +1 dice. Thanks, chat. Is that it for your turn?
Thanks, chat. Yes.
All right, Danny.
Alright, Danny, hulking werewolf, is gonna do the only thing it makes sense for a werewolf to do and pull out his gun and shoot the monster.
Forgot werewolf head gun. Okay, you pull out the rifle
The rifle.
and fire from across the pool. So go ahead and roll ranged combat.
I can see LB saying, "Don't hit me, don't hit me."
Better roll good.
Let's see. Do you get a +2 for the rifle? Well, 1 success on 9 dice.
Okay. How many rifle do? I had pistol. I don't have rifle.
Rifle do 2.
2. Okay. Okay. So from in front of Villy, you see the bullet hit the creature sort of in the back. And Villy, in front of you, it lets out a string of curses. Just terrible, vulgar language as the bullet hits it. And its voice sounds, it almost sounds like it's singing as it finishes the string of curses. And I need you to roll force.
Me?
Mm-hmm. Since you're right. in
Okay,
front of it.
okay. All right. Because I am robust, I ignore penalties to being physically harmed. 2 successes.
Okay. So nothing happens. You hear the string of curses sort of come out of its mouth, but that's it. It's just got a dirty mouth.
Oh, That's no way to speak in front of a lady.
He growls at you a little bit. Okay. Alina.
Alina, I think, takes in all this. Tilda?
Yes!
Are we fighting my cousin?
He did try to fulfill that prophecy just a moment ago.
Okay, just making sure. Let's see. I think Alina is going to try and wound him so that he cannot fight, but not in a lethal way.
Okay.
With her knife.
Okay. So you want to go for like backs of legs or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll close combat.
I get a bonus with my dagger. Has 0 successes.
I have a few I can give you.
I think I have one too, so I'll just use that.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
You have at least one from the inspiration roll earlier. Okay. So Alina, you run in, sort of duck down behind him where Billy is still holding him, and slash the knife across the backs of his legs, and his legs start to buckle underneath him.
I just hold fast. He is still up, but
Okay.
not standing.
As just Alina does this, she just goes, sorry.
Okay. Tilda.
Yeah, she'd like to shoot off his kneecap, please.
Okay. Roll for ranged combat.
Zero successes, but I would like to use one of my banked, as she is on fire right now.
Okay.
Well, not really. She's kind of soaked like a wet rat right now.
Soaking
But
wet. Okay. So you aim the gun, sort of channeling all of your fury into concentration, and you aim low as Alina gets out of the way and fire the gun, because you have like a pistol, right?
Yep.
Your handgun.
Yep.
So the gun going off, and you hear a crack as the bullet sort of connects with his knee, and Villy again, you see his face in front of you sort of twist and contort in real pain this time, as his legs start to buckle even more, and he starts to fall down into the water. And it's his turn. And two things happen. Villy, I think you were the first to see this because he's right in front of you. The rest of you hear it. Villy, he sort of shakes his head at the pain, looks up at you where you're still kind of like holding him up with the chain. He cocks his head and looks over your shoulder, looks back at you, smiles, and says, "Well, dearie, it's been fun. I hope I never see you again." There is a splash and there's a rippling where he was standing previously. Villy, he disappears from in front of you. You can assume down into the water. You hear almost like a snapping, like a popping sound, and another splash behind you as you all see him leap up out of the water, sort of launch himself off one of the larger rocks that is beside it, and sort of jump this long, sort of lanky jump with a hand extended towards the portal that Alina left open.
Oh, that Alina left open?
Mm-hmm. You all see a hand, sort of a long, pale arm and a hand reach out from that portal. He grabs onto it, and the arm yanks him through, and that portal snaps closed. And to your left, in the dim light, the lantern still on the side, flickering, standing in the water as the light in the pool goes out.
Well, in my defense, how was I supposed to know that my newfound cousin was going to try and murder people?
Tilda bursts into tears.
Oh.
Is it the end of the scene so I can turn back into a human again, or do I have to stay a werewolf?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna call like combat like its own scene, essentially. So yeah, you can turn back.
Good, because I didn't want to do that voice anymore.
No one's making you do that voice.
It's a great voice, though. It's so good.
Very good.
But no, you can turn back.
Is everyone all right?
I'll survive.
Um,
Elena, we'll have a conversation about this later.
Right.
Miss Tilda?
I need to leave. Can we leave, please?
A good idea, I think.
She just slumps out of the water, like, doesn't put the gun down, like, just has it. And, yeah, just hightails it out.
Follows.
Yeah.
You all hightail it out of the cave. You walk outside. The weather is pretty much the same as you left it. It's daytime. It's a little bit cloudy, but it's not raining, and the thunder has gone. Tilda, I'm gonna ask you to take a condition.
That's
Based on
100% fair.
That just happened.
Oh, yeah.
A mental condition. I'm not going to tell you which one. I think frightened is probably the most applicable.
Frightened seems
But if you
pretty
want
good.
one of the other ones, that's fine too.
I mean, frightened or hopeless, I'll throw it out to the group. What makes sense at this point?
We did just defeat that thing, so frightened might be better than hopeless.
Okay. We'll go with frightened.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So just keep that in mind. Moving forward. Tilda, I assume you beeline it out of the woods, back to town, back to the Citadel.
No, she's
Nope.
going home. She like doesn't stop, just like goes toward her apartment. I'm assuming just picks up Beatrice from Sigrid's house, gets her dog, goes into her apartment, just closes the door.
What do the rest of you do?
Go back to the Citadel.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. So Tilda splits off and goes home.
I think Danny gets halfway back to the Citadel with the others and says, It would be dangerous for her to stay by herself, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go back and check on her.
Sorry?
I'll go check on her.
I think that's a good idea.
Danny, you turn back around and head to Tilda's apartment. Villy and Alina, you head back to the Citadel. I assume there's 2 conversations that are about to happen simultaneously. You all have, well, most of you. Some of you have a look on your face like, we need to talk. So let's start with Villy and Alina. You make it back to the Citadel, lock the front door, I assume.
Yeah. I will take Elena down into the kitchen. Start heating water. Have her sit at the table that's in there that's used to prepare food and stuff. Are you all right?
A little emotionally damaged, I believe, but other than that, I think I'm okay.
Well, depends on what we believe. What was said was true. But if you are Fae, and if that man was also Fae, how did they get in here?
Well, when Tilda and I were doing the wards, I had a feeling that it might make me have to leave the Citadel, and well, I don't really have anywhere else to go, so I may have altered them a little bit to allow myself in, and I suppose that made it so anyone like me could also enter.
Since when are you keeping secrets from me?
Oh, for quite some time. Not that I really enjoy it or like to, but well, I did die, and that changed some things. I didn't want you to worry.
I don't think this is any better.
Perhaps not, but well, I made a decision, and it was not necessarily a good one, but the consequences and such are my responsibility, aren't they?
Right. Just tell me you've learned something.
Well, I've learned that it doesn't matter who your flesh and blood is, or who raised you, kind of just matters who you're with now. And I think everyone here is more important to me than Faye that tried to murder people who I consider my friends.
That's a good lesson to take from this. I think maybe going off by yourself. Look, I know you're an adult, and I know that you can make your own decisions. And I know that you're worried about how much I worry about you. But there are reasons for that. And the day that you died, it was my fault that I couldn't save you, and I don't want to be in that position again. I don't care what you are. I know who you are.
Thank you, Villy.
Just promise me you'll be a little smarter next time.
Well, in my defense, he didn't really give me reason to distrust him, but I can be more careful in the future.
My heart appreciates that. I can't just go trusting everyone. I know you've got a good heart, but that's why I'm here. To make sure that the people that you do trust are trustworthy.
I can't rely on you for that forever.
No. But until you learn it for yourself, you're gonna have to.
Right.
I'm
Shall we
sorry
have
I
tea?
brought him. Of course. But I'm sorry that I brought him into this house.
Oh, it's not your fault. I have a feeling that well, I don't know if I have similar powers, and I would certainly never wish to use them. But it sounds as if he made people more agreeable, and you couldn't have possibly known who he was.
I still feel bad. And if I ever see him again, he'll feel bad too.
Right. Well, I hope that we can come to some sort of non-violent agreement, but well, I suppose that's up to them.
Well, tricking your way into anyone's bed isn't the best course of action, but do you want to know your family, your Fae family?
Yes.
Can I ask why?
Well, I've never quite fit in here, have I?
What do you mean?
Well, I was always kind of odd as a child and didn't really get along with the other children very well. Well, I thought they were fine. They didn't really like me much, did they?
No. But you get along here.
That's
The people we're with now.
Mhm. Which is very nice, but well, sometimes you still want to understand where you came from.
All right. If that's what you want to do, just maybe have one of us help you.
Of course.
I think the tea's ready. Okay. The two of you have some tea. Try to wind down. I will go to Tilda. You have picked up Beatrice and gone back to your apartment. A few minutes later, there is a knock at the door.
Who is it?
Dr. Madsen.
One moment.
Shuffles to the door, opens it. She has her blanket taken off the bed, pulled around like a big robe, and some tea.
Hello?
I thought you might appreciate some company given recent events.
Sure. Come in.
Let them in. Yeah, they haven't been in before. They've just inspected the window from the outside, haven't they? It's very small. It's like a tiny studio. Like a little wood burning stove for cooking and also for heat. She has a tiny little writing desk. Just a little bed. She has her desk is up against the wall, and she has papers just tacked up everywhere. Basically her version of the red yarn board of everything for cases and other things. That's all very tidy though. And she's pulled her chair from her writing desk up in front of her wood stove, and this looks like she'd been sitting there to warm up.
How are you holding up?
I don't honestly know that I am. I don't remember. I don't remember.
You're referring to the necklace or the clover.
I've always had it. My first memories are of the orphan house. I was there for a few years. And then I was awarded a place at school. I was there for almost 10 years. I don't remember anything before that. But
She kind of has it in like her pocket, pulls out the clover on the chain.
I've just always had it. I thought perhaps it was a token from my family, or I don't remember.
Well, clearly there's some connection here. And we don't quite understand.
Yes, apparently.
I know that it likely doesn't feel like a good thing right now, but this does mean that you could potentially find answers. We know that they know. And now that we know who they are and where they are, we can prepare.
Seems a little more difficult than just going on an interview to the library. Library books and newspaper sources usually aren't actively trying to kill you.
Well, you seem to handle that pistol quite well.
This was a lot.
Yes. It was. More than... Well, we've all experienced more than any of us should have to for one lifetime. But for as melodramatic or sentimental as it might sound, we're all here to support each other.
Yes, of course. Why did you come?
I was worried.
Sorry, not just now. While you were changed, you came here. Why?
I don't know if I have a precise answer for that. I wasn't fully in control during that time. But as I felt myself slipping, the last thing that I remember thinking was that if anyone could help me, then it would be you.
Danni. I would very much like to kiss you right now. May I?
Danny nods.
She goes for it.
And they kiss in the firelight.
And the rain.
And I think
Don't
That
wanna
is-
close my eyes.
where we're
And
gonna
it's ruined.
leave it for today. I think that's where we'll leave. I think I've traumatized you enough today. I think that's where we'll leave off. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us today. Thanks to my lovely players for going on that ride. Very excited we got to. Let's do our questions for experience real quick. Did you participate in the session?
I'd say so.
Yes.
Very much. Did you confront any Vason?
Define confront. Does keep from killing you count?
The
Yeah.
shoot count?
Shoot count, I think.
Shoot in
Yes.
kneecap count? Okay, cool.
I think you all got that pretty good. Did you identify a previously unknown Vason?
Yes. Faye.
Yeah.
Water
Yeah.
fae thing. Yeah.
I guess
I don't
some
know
of
if
us
you guys know
might not
exactly
know
what
exactly.
he is. Because
Yeah.
there's like specific kinds of, but you saw Fae. For sure. Also place. Were you affected by your dark secret?
Yes.
No.
Not this time.
Did you take risks to protect other people?
Yes.
Yes.
I think everybody did.
Yeah.
Have you learned anything? What?
So many things.
So many things. What we don't have individually, we don't have enough pieces to put together that Tilda is probably that child. Because it was set on different sides of the portal.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Planted that very specifically. That was a work of finesse like I have never done. I was writing down everything that I said out loud.
I mean, Danny learned something.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We learned
That
about
Tilda is affectionate towards them.
oh.
Cute.
Get your minds out of the gutter, you heathens.
I will not. Did you develop something in your headquarters? No. Did you perform an extraordinary action?
I made
Oh,
a portal.
hell yeah.
You did.
We found the cave with automatic writing.
We did.
Yeah.
Does turning into a werewolf and ripping Tilda out of the hands of a water fae count as an extraordinary action?
That's pretty good. I like it. All right. So mark down your experience. Advance if you want. We don't have that much left. Don't think of this particular mystery. Depending on how you all want to handle it, we might resolve it next time. Maybe in 2. I never know how much you guys are going to want to sit around and talk about stuff, so
You
we'll
and me
see.
both.
We shall see. But yeah, we're coming up on the end of this one, and I'm very excited to see how you decide to handle it. But we will figure that out next week. So thanks to you all for letting me emotionally traumatize you. Let it never be said again on the internet that I am too nice to my players.
Savvy is diabolically evil to their players.
Just because I don't deal a lot of HP damage doesn't mean I will not emotionally traumatize you at every turn. And I feel like that's worse. So, I don't know. Fight me, YouTube, whatever. Thanks you guys so much. That was really fun for me personally. And thanks to everybody out there who is watching. If you're live with us in chat, we are so glad. Thank you for being here and for talking to us and interacting, and for your purchases in the store. Yeah, we'll be back 1 week from today, on Sunday, October 10th at 4 p.m. Eastern time, to see what happens next, and maybe wrap this whole little mini series up, perhaps. We will talk about it in the meantime. Does anybody have anything they want to plug before we leave?
Come see our finale of Flames of Freedom tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern on twitch.tv/InfiniteRP. We're going to take down the mummy zombie lord British General, Mr. Winchester. General Winchester. We're going to kick his ass. Come watch.
Nice.
And after this, we're going to be live on LB Hackabutt playing our first episode of our Masks game. So 8:30 Eastern time. Join us for that.
Very excited for that. All right. Anything else? Cool. Well, thanks one more time, everybody, for everything. We will see you in a week. But until then, good game and good night, Internet.